for spacious skies. For amber waves of green.
3 years after the first Army-Navy game was played in 1890, a poem called America was written. On the heels of the Civil War, America reflected the journey of the recently United States. In a divided nation, as our country searched for its footing during a time of social and political upheaval. Over a century later, we understand that there is perhaps no perfect union, but our willingness to persevere through deep ideological differences is a testament to the resilience of our democracy. At the 125th meeting of Army-Navy, we unite in support of the men and women who have devoted their lives to service. Cadets and midshipmen whose legendary rivalry belies a collective commitment to country, whose enduring allegiance to our Constitution and our freedom gives all of us something to root for.
There are rivalries, and then there is Army-Navy.
We the people, of the people, and by the people.
One country, one family, one battlefield.
The United States Service Academies. A rivalry. A brotherhood.
Brothers in arms.
From sea to shining sea.
Atmosphere and the emotion is indeed something to see.
America's game. And a thriller. If that doesn't give you chills, you're never going to get them.
And crown thy good with brotherhood.
America the beautiful indeed. Resilient and proud from sea to shining sea. It seems only appropriate that our nation's capital and the many symbols of freedom found here are the backdrop for one of sport's fiercest rivalry. Today on the gridiron, Army and Navy will battle for football glory. But tomorrow and forever, they'll be united on the field of strife as brothers in arms. With that, we welcome you to the 125th edition of Army and Navy, America's Game, presented by USAA. At a jam-packed Northwest Stadium, we head to our public address announcer, Mark Fratto.
Fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise if you are able for our invocation by the 33rd United States Military Academy Chaplain, Colonel David Bolas.
I invite you to pray with me. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Almighty God, we gather with hearts full of gratitude and pride as we witness America's Game, the 125th contest between Army and Navy. This tradition reflects not just the spirit of competition, but the enduring ideals of our nation of selfless service, sacrifice, and commitment. And we stand in awe of these cadets and midshipmen who are willing to lay down their lives for every spectator in the stands. May their grit, teamwork, and violence of action today demonstrate our resolve to defend our country tomorrow and as long as we have breath. Lord, we entrust these athletes and this game to you, not only for its outcome, but for the character it shapes in those who compete. Be the great helper as they battle on the fields of friendly strife, and inspire each of us to lift up our eyes to you in all of life's challenges. Bless these warriors, bless those who cheer them on, and God bless the United States of America. In your name I pray, amen.
And now, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, performed today by the combined glee clubs of the United States Military Academy and the United States Naval Academy, under the direction of Connie Chase.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and the bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare above bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's almost time for football. 125th edition of Army and Navy. We'll have more when we return in a moment. College football on CBS. The Army-Navy game presented by USAA. It's sponsored by Dr. Pepper, Marriott, the Home Depot, and by USAA, proud presenter of the Army-Navy game. A packed house here in Landover, Maryland. And for the first time in 7 years, the Commander-in-Chief's trophy on the line to whoever wins this one between Navy and number 22 Army. From West Point, here come the Black Knights. With the Apache helicopters overhead. And from only about 25 miles away in Annapolis, the midshipmen of Navy. Here they come. The Super Hornet flyover. And we're getting closer to kickoff. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, and Gene Steratore. Partner, doesn't matter how many times we do this, I still get chills, and it's not because it's 39 degrees outside.
Oh, what a game. We've been here for a lot of them. The last three have been classics. I expect nothing less. And we get to sit here again to do a special football game.
Well, you know, it's always a game of a yard here, a yard there. We got 100 of them out there.
You know what? It's not about hating this game. It's about respect. But you're right. It's about yards. 100 of these, 22 warriors on the field fighting for yard after yard. And if you don't get it, you get a fourth down. But last year, we saw a special finish. It wasn't about yards. It was about inches. Remember the end of last year's game when it all came down to one play, less than a yard, a foot, just inches, and 22 players, all 22 in the picture. This picture could have represented 125 years of Army-Navy football. It doesn't get a better finish than that.
No, got down to the 3-inch line. So we expect more of that today. These two teams have scored more points than a lot of years. They've had more combined wins coming into this game than they've ever had. And starting with Army, they've got a quarterback that a few more votes here and there, and he'd have to get to New York tonight for the Heisman Trophy.
An amazing season. Led his team just one loss all year. He is the heart, the soul, the toughness, the offense, the running, the passing. He's everything, and that's what this guy looks like. When you see a warrior, look at number 13 on this field. He'll take hit after hit. He'll produce yard after yard, and he is a leader of men for this Army football team.
Well, Navy's got a quarterback that's playing pretty well, too. I can say that much. Blake Horvath on the season didn't play in the regular season finale, but he should be ready to go. He's great on the ground as well. Almost 900 yards rushing, 13 rushing touchdowns. And we think he's healthy and ready to roll, but he's ready to throw, too.
He is. One more dimension that Navy is going to add, hopefully, in this game if they want to win. Explosive plays. You mentioned he missed the last game 2 weeks ago. Watching him warm up, he looks strong, he looks ready, and he has to come through for this team. They need big plays to move against this Army football team.
You know, every year we talk about the linebackers in this matchup, and a year ago we didn't know who Caleb Fortner was, and all of a sudden he's a star 3 hours later.
He was the other linebacker in this game. Leo Lowens was the guy that was supposed to be the star, but this game produces stars, and it's usually a linebacker. I love it. He picks the pocket for the winning touchdown in the game, and then he has the winning tackle to save the football game prior to the quarterback sneak. And for Navy, their leading tackler, back-to-back years, he had 16 tackles in this game a year ago. Colin Ramos, what a football game in any direction you look.
We'll check in with Jenny Dell, and then we'll kick it off. Army and Navy from Landover, Maryland, coming up next. I'd say they're ready. We're just about ready too, but not before we check in with Jenny Dell. Jenny?
Well, stories of service and sacrifice are put on display and fabricated in these Army and Navy uniforms in this game. Both of these teams showing respect for World War II. Now, for the midshipmen out there, the Black Knights, actually, we're going to go with first, honoring the legendary 101st Airborne Division, known as the Screaming Eagles, in their role in the Siege of Bastogne, Belgium, as part of the Battle of the Bulge. A speckled appearance reflecting the fog and snow with markings stamped as American identification on the battlefield. Now the midshipmen, paying tribute to the Jolly Roger Squadron, the most lethal in all of naval aviation, flying over 9 different types of fighter aircrafts in the past 63 years. Their slogan? Fear the bones, as you see depicted on their helmets. Guys, both teams with statements of reflection and celebration.
And we're about to start the celebration. Navy leads the all-time series 62, 55, and 7 ties. The Black Knights of Army have won 6 of the last 8. Jeff Monken in his 11th year and his most successful year at 11-1. They won the America Athletic Conference crown. And Brian Newberry in his 2nd year as a head coach, his 6th year overall on the staff here at Navy. We've got sunshine. We've got 39 degrees. And we've got every seat in this place filled. Always close games. We expect nothing different today.
The last 4 games, neither team has scored 21 points. But we have more offense today. We're ready for whatever they present.
Army won the toss and deferred, so Navy will get their hands on the football first. And a flag right away out of bounds. And better field position. And our lineups presented by Wayfair. And it brings out Blake Horvath, that we spoke of. Dual threat quarterback. 11 touchdown passes. Ties for 3rd most in Navy history, so we expect to see the ball in the air some today. And we'll set up shop at the 35-yard line. Horvath will backpedal into the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. First snap. And Horvath will keep it himself. And Blake goes for about 4. The offensive line in front of him. A good one. Anchored by Connor McMahon on the left tackle side. The backs and receivers, Eli Heidenreich, one of the most versatile runners and pass catchers in really all of college football. Alex Teska, the tailback, with Horvath. 2nd down along 5. And he'll get the call. And goes ahead for 3 to bring up 3rd down and short. Defensively for the Black Knights. On the front wall, Medozi, their leading sacker, 5.5 coming in. The linebacking core, we talked about Caleb Fortner. And the secondary looks like that. DiDomenico, the leader back there, a first-team all-athletic conference choice. 3rd down and 2.
And here's where it starts to get interesting. With the ability of both these teams to go on 4th down, 3rd down. Both of them are saying, we got to stop these guys cold, though. They'll go for it on 4th.
Exactly. And on a speed sweep, 1st down run by Amin Hassan. And DiDomenico, the aforementioned safety, made the stop.
He did. DiDomenico comes up about as fast as you can on this play to make the play, but a little bit outside, gets the angle, and just falls across the line. Barely across the line.
That's where they had to get, and they got to the 45-yard line. 1st down.
Little bit of different look for this offense. New offensive coordinator Drew Cronic. A little more misdirection than in the past. There it is right there.
Teska got 2.
You saw it right there. They want to give more eye candy to this Army defense. Everybody's pulling to the left. Quick pitch to the right. Round it to the outside. Cronic, his 1st year as coordinator. Brian Newberry said, I want our offense and defense to be unlike anything the other team has faced all year.
Drew Cronic, a Georgia native who was coaching at Mercer before coming in here to the Naval Academy. Straight drop back. Horvath, pressure coming. Going deep, near side. Jump ball, incomplete. That one hung up there like a wounded duck.
Yeah, I think it was Jack Latour, number 92, that got the pressure. It was a post flag on that this time. Nathan Kent, the speedster, turns around Platt, but the ball is way, way too late. And that's because there was pressure on the throw. Blake Horvath had to just shoot it up in the air, or he would have been sacked.
Casey Larkin, the guy that broke it up back there for the Army secondary. 3rd down and 8. Horvath in the gun from the 47-yard line. Again wants to throw a screen to the right. Got it to Teska. Teska with a convoy in front. Big play all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Caleb Fortner brought him down, and well designed and perfectly executed, Gary.
So Drew Cronick says, I know me, and I'm the type of guy that likes to take chances. Here it is, a screen pass on 3rd and 8, beautifully set up on the play, and Hoke Smith right there takes a block on the play downfield, throwing at the legs of the lineman and a player. That one could have sprung the whole way. How about that? Back-to-back 3rd down conversions for Navy.
And a pickup of 39 on that one.
I thought they might call a penalty on that play, the way that DiDomenico threw at the lineman downfield. He threw right at his legs.
So they spotted at the 22-yard line, 1st down. So make it a 31-yard pickup. Again, they shift gears and go back in the shotgun with Horvath. Peskis straight up the middle. Got around the 17.
Watch at the end of this one, number 6, Max DiDomenico, with the lineman downfield. Watch him throw at the legs right here. Gene, I don't know what you're thinking. A little opinion on whether that could have been called?
Yeah, you know, I was looking to see where they were ruling it. They ruled the ball down of bounds. I think the block was okay there, Gary, but I was looking to see if it was a fumble forward out of bounds as well when they moved it back.
The 2nd down and 5 in the red zone for Navy on their opening drive. And they know what to do when they get in the red zone, as you saw that graphic. And it's Horvath straight up with a quarterback run. He's down to the 11, 1st down. Drastically improved offense this year. They averaged 17.7 points a year ago, 32.3 this year.
Yeah, you look at, they slowed down at the end of the year, but look at what they did for the whole season.
Yeah.
They got to go. And you know, Blake Horvath, he could have been the starter in this game last year, but he hurt his thumb, had to sit it out. Said he really didn't get comfortable a year ago because of the flopping and the quarterbacks back and forth. He's comfortable now.
Yes, he is, and he's got Navy in a comfortable spot at the 11-yard line. They can get a 1st down at the 1.
This is what Army's known for, is their red zone defense, though.
Teska straight ahead. Got to the 9, and tough sledding pickup of 2.
Everybody you talked to at Navy, they all saluted this Army defense, the respect they had for them, especially inside the 20.
Yep. Second down and 8. 5 minutes into the game. Horvath directing traffic. End around coming. They've got blockers in front, but closing in a hurry and making a great play was Donovan Platt.
It was Donovan Platt all the way. He knew when he went in motion that he was going to have to be the guy to chase it down. Watch him start at corner. He sees that's man-to-man. Oh, I'm going as fast as he is, and he runs it down. What a play.
Man, nice job defensively. And we got a injured Army player we'll check on when we come back. Going to break, we couldn't see who it was that was injured, shaken up for Army. Cody Harris Miller heading into the injury tent on the Army sideline. Stream CBS Sports HQ, your free 24/7 snapshot of all the sports that matter to you. Catch highlights, in-depth analysis, and breaking news anywhere you are. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today, and you can catch Gary joining the HQ team when we're done here this afternoon.
So that play by Donovan Platt put it into 3rd and 6 or 7. Now you start thinking, if you're Navy, what do we got to get to finish off this drive for a touchdown if we don't get it here? 4th and 2, 4th and 1. I mean, we've seen before, it's not even to make if it's inches against this defense.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive so far. This is their longest one, though. 3rd and 6, as Gary said. They can get a 1st down at the 1. And quarterback draw. Horvath straight ahead. He might be in. Touchdown. So another third down conversion. This one good for 6 yards and a score.
Did he bounce across or did he line across? Though his arm's down, I think that's going to be brought back. The arm was down before the ball broke the plane.
If that's the case, it's going to be 1st and goal.
Correct. Arm down now, and then the ball reaches out. Let's see if they don't drag it back.
Is a touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
But you are right, Ness, what you said. It would be a 1st down.
Right
Wrist
there, right,
down,
Gene?
Yep.
Can't get any closer than he got, that's for sure. Gene, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I was looking at the left hand to see if he could keep the hand up, but once that arm breaks down and it's the forearm, I've got him about a half yard short, fellas, before he reaches for that goal line.
Mike Shepard is our replay official. Kevin Randall is our referee.
Yeah, really good called play again with the quarterback run. You remember, you get the extra blocker. This time it's Alex Teixeira, number 46. The extra blocker actually runs into Connor McMahon on the play, or it would have been cleaner and scored almost with a walk-in.
There's a close-up look right there.
Yeah, that elbow. Back of that wrist. Gene's got it right. After about review, a half yard.
The ruling on the field has changed. The runner was short of the goal line. It will be 1st and goal, Navy, at the 1-foot line.
We told you it was a game of feet and inches.
Should I bring my ruler out again?
You got it right here. It's over behind your chair. So 1st and goal at the 1-foot line. And
don't you get the feeling I think Navy still thinks they scored on the play. Now they're finally loading up. Play clock hasn't started yet, so everybody's okay.
Blake Horvath finally had to get back in the huddle out on the field and head back out there. And he's got, do I have to do this again?
Horvath was over there signing autographs so much. Yeah, yes, I scored. No,
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
All right, Blake, you got to try it again. 1st and goal, Navy. Opening drive of the ball games. Taking 6 minutes to get to the 1-foot line. Horvath, airborne. And in again. Touchdown.
It looks like he was in, and it looks like he rebounded in after the first penetration. What a drive. 12 plays for this Navy offense.
Down the line you look.
Upstairs.
Up and in.
He's in. Then he goes back. And then he gets shoved in again.
He scored about 3 times on that drive.
Yeah, but it only counts once. But what a drive for Navy to start it off with.
Nathan Kirkwood in for the point after. Up and good.
2 passes, only 1 completed, but it was a big one.
So Horvath in for the touchdown. And for Blake, his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And Navy with those bad to the bones helmets. Off to a great start. Critics' Choice and Golden Globe nominee Kathy Bates stars in the show. Critics are calling brilliant and a must-watch. Catch up on Matlock Thursdays on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. And hey, you know, very special thanks to Sarah Rinaldi for producing our outstanding opening tease, and Kathy Bates for voicing it. Thank you, Kathy. That was sensational. Sensational start for Navy. 65-yard drive in 12 plays, a little over 6 minutes. And they're up 7-0.
Don't you think the Navy offensive line is tired of hearing about the Army's great offensive line?
We'll be talking about that offensive line in about 2 seconds here. Yes, the best offensive line in college football belongs to Army, but as Gary said, I think Navy's heard enough of that. Lance Gossett to kick. And fair catch taken around the 5-yard line. So the Black Knights and our Wayfair starting lineups brings us out the other quarterback, Bryson Daly. What a year this guy has had. And I said earlier, a few more votes and he would have to helicopter into New York, I guess, for the Heisman Trophy. Finished 6th and 29 rushing touchdowns. an unbelievable year for this guy.
Yeah, it's been a great year of stories for college football this year, but not many better than his year that he's had.
The guts and the heart and soul of the team. That's what the coaches call him. And as Gary showed you, he looks like
he's got the neck of the team.
He looks like a fullback. Captain America will hand it off on the inside. Kanye Udo on the opening snap for the offense of the Black Knights. And here's the group that won the Moore Award as the top offensive line in college football. They just won that award last night.
Yeah, what a great award, Joe Moore Award. It is presented to these type of guys. You watch them come off the ball. They come off low, they come off fast, and they come off vicious when they block up front.
And
tackle over, Finucane shifts over, 2 tackles to the right.
Finucane his 51st straight start. And it's quarterback all the way, blasting up the middle. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Defensively for Navy, they've had a good year as well. Their defensive lineup, Landon Robinson, the guy that anchors things in the middle at the nose tackle spot. The linebacking core, Gary talked about Ramos, the leading tackler, 110 tackles last year, 110 coming into this game. And Rayon Lane, one of the better secondary players in the country, first team all conference.
Yeah, all 4 of those secondary players started in this game 1 year ago.
They're down in the yard. Bailey, wow, he had to work for it, but he got it. Let's check in with Jenny.
Yeah, Army D lineman Cody Harris Miller. He missed the last 2 games with a knee injury. It looks like he re-aggravated that knee. Spent about 2 minutes in the injury tent, some time on the bike. I'm told it is a questionable return, guys.
All right, thanks, Jenny.
You watch 2 or 3 games of Bryson Daly play quarterback, and I just got to thinking, if Tim Tebow would have gone to an academy, this is how he would have looked playing quarterback.
You told Bryson that the other day, and he said, that's a pretty nice compliment, Mr. Daniels.
Well, can't you just envision him just running this exact offense?
Absolutely. First down at the 35. And only about a yard. Well, we might as well make the comparison. You brought it up. Bryson Daly and Tim Tebow.
You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to tackle him tough, just like Tim. Tim just a little bit bigger, but I don't know. Can't say he's tougher, can you?
Nope, I don't think so. And of course, Tim won the Heisman. And this guy finished 6th.
Nice play that last time by Luke Pierce, number 35, coming around the edge to make that tackle.
Daly's already bleeding, and it's only the first quarter. 2nd down and 9. And he'll keep it off the right side, trying to take tacklers with him. Maybe got 2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, he got a hit on that short yardage play just as we went to replay. And you said that's left hand. I mean, for that guy, I bet he
maybe doesn't know it.
I bet you noticed it before he knows. Here it is. 3rd and about 8. If you're a defense right now, you got to hold them to less than 5, or they'll go for it.
And they'll work for the shotgun. Kanye Udo with Bryson Daly in the backfield. He's going to throw and go long, and nobody home. So they hold on 3rd down. It's 4th and 7. They don't punt much, but this might be a punting situation.
Oh, yeah. You can't give Navy the ball right at this part of the field. You got to get that. Army has to punt and say, come on, we need the ball back.
Army has the fewest number of punts in college football this year, 23. So James Wagenseller doesn't get a lot of work, but he's going to get some right here. Rayon Lane stands back inside the 25 for Navy. Wagenseller, line drive. Lane's going to have a play on this one at the 25-yard line. And Ray's going backwards. Nice coverage on the punt team. 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, first quarter of Army-Navy, number 125. And so far, Navy out in front, 7-0.
years ago, this weekend, tanks of the 4th Armored Division, like this Sherman, thundered into Bastogne during the Battle of the Bulge. At nearly the same time, the Army-Navy game was held in the United States, and it was called the Game of the Century. 2 historic Army victories in a short time span, but that's nothing new. The Army knows 2 things: winning and football. The Army!
And the Black Knights wearing the uniforms to honor that group at the Battle of the Bulges Jenny told you about in our pregame. So far, Army trailing here 7-0. Navy opening drive was picture perfect. 1 big pass play, and Blake Horvath did the rest down close.
And we talked about how this Navy offense tailed off. Now, admittedly, a little bit of better competition. They had that Notre Dame game in there when they turned the ball over 6 times. That's the key stat to me. In the last 5 games, they turned the ball over 12 times. The first 6, only twice.
They come in +6 in the turnover category. And their opening drive was picture perfect. 2 pass plays, 10 runs, and a touchdown. This time they start from the 24-yard line. Again, Eli Heidenreich for the first time. He handles it today. Caleb Fortner made the stop. Bryson Daly on the sideline. We were talking about his left hand, and we've found what caused that.
There, watch, you get stepped on right at the end of that play, inadvertent, obviously.
And they're working on it over there, trying to bandage it up for him. It's not going to help him carrying the ball in his left hand too well today. Heidenreich again, and he's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. Heidenreich, it's hard to categorize him. He said, people ask me, what's a slot back?
Yeah.
I said to him, are you a better receiver or are you a better running back? He said, well, I'm supposed to be a receiver, so I'll say I'm a better receiver, but he does everything.
Used to be a position that a lot of teams used. You remember back in the day, similar type offense with Nebraska, Johnny Rodgers, Irving Fryer, those type of guys. That's what he is, but he reminds me of Edelman. He can do it all, jackknife of doing all type of things.
And first down run. Blake Horvath.
So you talk so much about Bryson Daly running the leading #1 quarterback running the ball this year. But, you know, Blake is not bad. He's #4, averaging 89 yards a game running the ball. That's not bad for a quarterback who can throw it and still gives you 89 yards on the ground.
Yep. He's up around 9-15 on the season, right around in there with what he's done here in the first quarter. First down at the 38. Low snap.
Whoa.
Pitch is off the mark. And they're going to be able to cover it, but a big loss.
Boy, that was some quick ball handling right there. A little too aggressive. Fake it. It's actually a design play. It's going to be a pitch all the way. It's an, call it maybe a wide option, but it was not a triple option, and Navy fortunate to get on it. We just talked about their troubles of turnovers the second half of the season, and that right there is a good example.
A loss of 14, but Horvath at least covers it. Amin Hassan was the guy who was trying to pitch it to. So now they got way behind the change. Second down, 24. Teskia weaving his way, got some of it back.
Big tackle by Aidan Thomas that time, number 51. Just sticks his left hand out there. That might have been 5-6 more yards. Watch him, just his left arm avoids the block at one point by McMahon and just throws it out there just a bit to make the tackle.
That's a way to use your head.
Yep.
Third down and 16.
Leading tackler on this team right there, number 51, Aidan Thomas.
Four receivers on a third down and 16 for Horvath if he's going to put it up. He's going to try. No, he's not. He'll run it. Got about 5. It'll bring up fourth down. Chance Keith brought him down.
It was an aggressive call by this Army defense on that first down play to force the quick pitch, get it in 3rd and long, and Caleb Fortner just says, not my way, you're not coming. Cleaned up by Chance Keith.
So we've got a second punt of the day, but the first from Navy, and Riley Reithman will come in to kick. Terrell Robinson, 5th-year player who's done it all for the Black Knights over his career, back as a return man. And he's going to let this one bounce and get out of the way. It's going to take a Navy roll, and a good one down inside the 15.
Yeah, not catching that punt cost about 12 yards for this Army football team.
Comes to rest around the 12-yard line. With 1:12 to go, ends up being a 52-yard kick.
And line's almost at the 20-yard line, gets all the way to the 12. It's a big difference in this game.
Welcome back to Northwest Stadium. Navy is up by 7 with 1:12 left in the first. Now, earlier in this quarter, it appeared that Army quarterback Bryson Daly had his hand stepped on. You see the imaging right there. He came over to the sideline with a bloody left hand. The trainer came over, cleaned it up, wrapped up that left ring finger to stop the bleeding. Not going to be an issue, guys.
Not for him, but it might be handling the football a little bit as we go through this game. Second possession for the Black Knights. Jake Radina in the backfield with Bryson Daly. Daly wants to throw, got leveled as he let it go and just overshot his intended receiver, Hayden Reed.
So they bring Radina in because he's 255 pounds, gives you an extra blocker for the play action pass. Had it open, had an opportunity to make a big play, a first down pass. Puts it on target, felt that just a little bit of that pressure inside from Ramos. And you can feel it even if you can't see it. And he had to maybe let it go before he wanted to.
Second down and 10, empty backfield. 4 receivers to Daly's right, and that's where the screen is going. Shoestring catch, tough catch. Noah Short. And he's short of the first down. We'll bring up 3rd.
Noah Short had 2 big plays in this game a year ago. Once on 4th down when he was open, kind of got held, and they didn't complete the pass. And then late in the game, he was open, and Rayon Lane made a huge play to save a touchdown.
This was a heck of a grab.
I know.
I think they're going to take a look at it, but the ball never touched the ground.
Ness, we first met Noah Short back in that 22 game when he recovered the blocked punt for the touchdown in that game. We were going, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Oh, wow.
He's had some big special teams plays other than that one, too. Again, they're taking a look. Shouldn't take long for Kevin Randall to give us the word.
Didn't appear to hit the ground to me.
Oh, I don't think it got close. I mean, it got close, but not that close.
These games go short. They want to lengthen them a little.
Yeah, we got commercials at the run.
Exactly. Replay guys, hey, it's my first chance to see one of these games. I'm going to enjoy it.
That's right.
Make it last.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It was a completed catch for a first down. The clock will start on the ready for play.
It's not a first down, though.
Nope.
So I'm going to have to disagree with our referee a little bit here. It's 3rd down and about 5. So 42 seconds left in the quarter. 3rd down and 5 for Bryson Daly and the Army offense. Blitz coming. Here's the pitch to the outside. And Navy stops him, but it's only about a half-yard shy.
First decision coming up for Coach Jeff Monken. It's going to be just short. The only thing going for him on this, I guess he's going to have time to decide whether he wants to do it.
That's right. The quarter's going to come to a close.
Ball was in his left hand, about a half-yard short, right? Or right hand, excuse me.
Saw what you did
Yes.
there. A half-yard short.
Yep, half-yard short.
We could say a half-yard Noah, and it'd be the same thing. And you're thinking, well, there's no way he's going to not punt in this end of the field. He's done it a million times.
Yeah,
It doesn't really bother him.
His team knows it too, by the way. They're not surprised.
They're actually
Kind of
gonna
got
bring the
that
chains out.
Dan Campbell look. Either Campbell learned it from him, or both of them are doing the same stuff, right?
So something we don't see very often, a measurement. Now, if we had Gene Steratore out there in the stripes, he'd pull out the index card and see how close this
See
could
if
get.
he needs it. Let's see.
I didn't know if this was an player index card play, fellas, but
Not quite. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit, maybe a book play. Okay, let's go with a book.
So it's that close. And let's see what Coach Monken's going to do. As Gary said, he'll have more time to think about it if they wind the clock here.
Yeah, I think his team would look at him cross-eyed if he didn't go for this, don't you think?
Yeah. Well, unless they start the clock, we're never going to know. There we go.
So this Navy defense, with 7 starters returning from the game a year ago, has held this powerful Army offense to 22 yards of offense in the first quarter. Their offense helped.
That's right. The Navy offense, their opening drive went 65 yards for a touchdown, and that's where we are right now. The end of one, 7-0 Navy on CBS. That was a live shot of Army and Navy military personnel watching the game together at the Naval Station in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for all you do. 4th and inches. Just enough for Bryson Daly. As the lineman comes in, has his foot planted, it's going to be a first down.
Yeah, I think we made a little bit more out of that, whether it was the decision or not. There was no decision there. That was his team, as I said, they expect when it's this close, we're going for it.
Didn't need much, didn't get much, but got enough. Kanye Udo in the backfield with Daly. First down at the 22. Udo hit immediately, dropped for a 2-yard loss. And it's Landon Robinson, the nose tackle.
One of the things P.J. Vogler told us on our interview with him is he felt that they did not attack enough on defense last year. Played too static. Gave them too much time to get their plays started. He says, we are going to attack and try to create more negative plays against this Army offense. So far, it's gone according to plan.
Landon Robinson came in as a linebacker, and he has eaten and weight-lifted himself to be a nose tackle, and a really good one.
And still quick. Low center of gravity, tough, good matchup, though, against Brady Small.
Second down and 11. Daly, quarterback draw, trying to spin his way through it, but they're not going to let him go. Kyle Jacob holding on for dear life, number 43.
So Brady Small does a good job on Landon Robinson, but because Robinson eats the blocks well, there's the linebacker standing right in the hole to make the play. This is how defense is supposed to work. Protect your linebacker, make the play. What happened on it is Udo could not get clean to get the block on the linebacker.
And a third down and long. Daly wants to throw, waiting long and throwing an interception. Waited too long, and Deshaun Peel is there with a pick.
Navy has only turned the ball over this year 5 times. Only 1 interception in 95 pass attempts coming into this game. There's number 2. Pretty good protection this time. Have the opportunity to get there. Good look. Nice pocket. Come back. Just, I don't know. They just not seem to be on the same page that time. Nope. Casey Reynolds is going long. Brady is throwing the comeback. That's just a miscommunication. Causes the interception.
Peel's 5th interception of the season has Navy in business when we come back.
Adam Zucker with his Jeep update. It's the Celebration Bowl from the FCS level. SWAC champ Jackson State. Dion left them in good shape, defeating Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference champ South Carolina State 28-7. 2 touchdown passes from Jacoby and Morgan to Jonas Fortillion as they end a 14-game postseason losing streak, guys.
All right, Zuck, thanks. Let's take a look at that interception again.
Yeah, one more look. Casey Reynolds' route. Remember, it's 3rd and 8. It looks like Army is trying to run an out and up at the sticks. Out and up. Just gets a hand to Sean Peel does. And then the miscommunication between the wide receiver and the quarterback leads to the interception.
Our AT&T pylon cam, a reaction afterwards that set the Navy offense up at the 44-yard line on Peel's interception. And now Horvath goes inside the 40 to the 39. Chance Keith in on the tackle.
Again, pulling guards, leading up, kind of running behind it. It's almost a, kind of reminds me of that Auburn offense that Gus Malzahn ran at Auburn there with Cam Newton. Nobody could do it better than Cam running this offense. Yet guards pulling one way and the ball going the other.
Horvath wants to throw a play action, pumps once, now decides to keep it, found an avenue, got a first down and a bunch more. Out of bounds easily with a first down and mobbed by the sideline teammates.
Remember our game a year ago, Xavier Arline started the game at quarterback. He was the speed guy. Ty Lavatai came in as the quarterback. I think Blake Horvath is a combination of both of those guys.
Good point.
Pretty fast, good thrower, kind of does both of what Arline and Lavatai did a year ago. Lavatai came in the second half and almost pulled that game out with his passing.
Horvath rips off a 21-yard run for the first down at the 18-yard line. Army thinking about a blitz off the corner. And Horvath lobs one wide open touchdown. Brandon Chapman.
Got the wheel. Look at a lot of eye candy. Coming back the other way. What a first down call by Drew Cronick, the offensive coordinator for Mercer, head coach a year ago. How beautiful is this? First the motion and then the wheel down the sideline with a little play action. Watch this. This is how you dial up a play. That is as nice as you can draw it. Give that one to the OC.
Nathan Kirkwood comes in for the point after. Up and good.
You dial one of these plays on first down. You're up there sitting. You're nervous. You're nervous. You're nervous. Here it goes. Where's my film? What's going on?
I'll tell you what went on. Chapman got his 4th receiving touchdown of the year, and it is 14-0. Navy.
Go Navy.
Go Navy.
Go Navy.
That ball traveled a long ways. Here it's 14-0 after the Deshaun Peel interception. They only had to go 44 yards.
So we got the 131st passing offense in college football against the 134th passing offense, and Navy has made the passing offense work for them.
That's right. And again, ball goes out of bounds and bring it out to the 35, second time already.
One more look at that touchdown. If you're calling it and you're the offensive coordinator, that's the first one. Yeah, I dialed it up. This is my first one, and I trust myself.
Drew Cronick, the offensive coordinator for the midshipmen. And now Army's got to have an answer here.
Yeah, and their problem right now, Ness, they've ran the ball 9 times for 20 yards. Their long gain of the game is 5 yards.
Let's see if that award-winning offensive line can gear things up here.
Yeah, remember, just again, 7 returning starters plus Landon Robinson, who was about a 50-50 starter and nose tackle. Really, 8 starters returned to this game.
Daly, maybe 3.
And they only gave up 1 touchdown against Army a year ago when they didn't cover the fullback or the slot back out in the flat. Remember that one.
So again, just a 3-yard pickup.
Colin Ramos again. 16 tackles in this game a year ago. 2-time All-AAC first-team linebacker.
Army has had 3 different games this year where they've rushed for over 400 yards. And you just saw what they have so far in a quarter and 4 minutes so far today. Second down and 7. A cutback by Noah Short. He's got a first down.
Both teams and both coordinators kind of interestingly said, on the wide plays, what we need to do is make sure that we push them wider. Our speed and our secondary will get there. We got to avoid this cutback, and that's exactly what happened there. It's like the Green Bay sweep. You look, and then you find that crease, and Nathan Short found it.
Short, 66 rushing attempts on the year and a good receiver as well. Daly under center here on first down. Straight ahead. This is what we normally saw in these games. Straight ahead running. Kanye Udo that time with the carry. Don't miss out on any of the action when Team Sonic takes on Team Shadow. Got to go fast to get your tickets to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Get your tickets now in theaters December 20th.
So here's where the analytics start playing for this Army offense. Jeff Monken brought it to him. This is his 11th season. Even on second down, the offensive coordinator has his go spot on 4th down. He knows right here he's got 3 more downs to make a first down.
From the midfield stripe, second down and 7. Daly a run all the way, trying to spin away and drop for a loss of a yard. And again, it's Justin Reed. Nice play on the defensive front.
Yeah, he was the starter, one of the starters last year, and he is a special player. Plays the field side on this defense. He's right over there, I believe, and he cuts in. He plays to the wide side of the field because of as fast as he is, and he makes those plays.
Second team all AAC. Last year he had 6 tackles in this game and a good one there and a loss on the play, bringing up 3rd down and longer. 3rd down and 8. Udo straight ahead, stood up before it could get anywhere near the first down marker, but as Gary said, they're going on this.
Look at the end of that play, Nest. The word all week, for 2 weeks for Navy, is land on top with their tackles, okay? That means push him back. Watch how this Navy defense, they want to finish on top. And watching this play, watch them finish on top. Falling forward for the extra yards is what this Army offense depends on.
So it's 4th down and 3. This looks like Bryson Daly all the way, if this set is any indication. And now they change things up. We got a whistle.
And I think that was a Navy timeout. There was a little confusion that time between Kyle Japik and Colin Ramos on exactly where to line up. 4th and 3, Brian Nurbayer says, I want the right defense out there for this play.
4th down and 3 coming up, and Navy up 14. Now increase their commitment to $750 million to veteran causes by the year 2030. To all veterans and their families, thank you for your service.
Amazing. $750 million. Watch this. Here's the communication going on between the two linebackers this time, Kyle Jacob and Colin Ramos. It's only a 4-man line for Navy. They want a 5-man line, but they're getting there late. The Navy coaches get nervous and they go, we want a timeout.
And so following that timeout, it's 4th down and 3 coming up for Army, and they're 1 for 1 on their 4th down conversions today. They've converted 26 of them on the year. Daly on the roll, wanting to throw. Does, and completes it. 1st down. Good toss and catch. Casey Reynolds this time.
Casey Reynolds caught 3 balls a year ago in this game. One big one at the end of the half. But this one is just as important with the way his game is going. A turnover on downs. Watch this route. The receiver and the quarterback get it right this time, and that was a good throw because Mbidi, number 7, Williams, was right there. He had to go right over his hands.
So on another 4th down, they pick up 18 yards and a 1st down to keep the drive alive at the 28-yard line. Daly off the right side. Bryson gets to the 22-yard line, and Mbidi Williams brought him down.
That might be the play that gets this Army offense going. You know, a couple tough passes, one threw deep, the receiver stopped. The next one, he threw short, the receiver went long. This time, they were on the same page.
And they're back on schedule on 2nd down and 5. So we work our way down near 6.5 minutes. They trailed 14-0 earlier this year to Notre Dame. The only loss, the only blemish on their record. Here's Navy with a blitz. There's a jump pass. Got his man. Got the touchdown. Hayden Reed, 23 yards for the score.
You want to see a beautifully designed play? Think about also Cam Newton run this play-action pass for Auburn, where he basically does a play-action pass by himself. But the motion goes in and then out deep. This is really a tough one to stop.
And a 23-yard touchdown caps off a 65-yard drive. Granada in for the point after.
Had a malfunction on our telestrator there. Could not get that yellow line off it. Touchdown counter anyway, right?
That's right. So Bryson Daly, 9th touchdown pass of the year. Pulled it off brilliantly and cuts the Navy advantage in half. The Army coaches said that Hayden Reed was a good pass blocker. He was a good pass catcher on this one.
Watch number 7 in the secondary right there. He's got man-to-man on this play against Hayden Reed. He takes his eye off him for a second. That's all that mattered. And all of a sudden, Hayden Reed has passed him. It was not the linebacker's man. It was Mbidi playing man-to-man. Took his eye off him. That's all that mattered.
And for Hayden Reed, his first touchdown catch of the year comes at a big time.
And we talked about Drew Cronick, but that time Cody Worley, the offensive coordinator, came up with a beauty of a design there.
Isaiah Bryant on the kick return. Got out to the 25. Tomorrow, noon Eastern, JB and the guys will be on site in Detroit, getting you set for a Week 15 slate. NFL on CBS doubleheader kicks off with regional action, including the Chiefs and the Browns. And it's a big one in Motown. NFL's 2 highest scoring offenses go toe-to-toe. Josh Allen and the Bills taking on Jared Goff and the Lions. Now that's CBS Sports Sunday. Tomorrow on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Those two
Gary's Lions are rolling.
They're rolling. Those two teams are not ranked 131 and 133.
No.
They can throw the ball, but the passing game in this game has been the story so far.
Yeah, Daly 2 for 2 for 41 yards and a touchdown on that last drive. And now it's Blake Horvath's turn. And he wants to throw. He'll run instead. And Horvath got 5.
Yeah, good job that time by Blake. 1, 2, 3, run. You can't get behind, you can't get a sack, you can't get behind the sticks. If the quarterback is going to get chances to throw the ball on first down, you have to save the call. And there, Blake Horvath saves the call.
Quarterback comparison so far here in the first half. There's one misfire by Daly on the interception that led to Navy's last touchdown. Horvath will keep it. First down, a bunch more. Blake Horvath. Here he goes. Foot race into the secondary all the way down to the 32-yard line. Casey Larkin saved a touchdown there.
Yeah, and then that time, Max DiDomenico, number 6, is the only guy that had a chance on the play. Right side of the screen, one-on-one. Can't make the tackle.
38-yard pickup. And they showed a little tempo. Now they back away from it. They came up to the line of scrimmage in a hurry at the 33.
Tell you, this dueling quarterbacks here, Blake Horvath is holding his own.
You're not kidding. 83 yards on the ground already. Dabo Fofana in the backfield with him. There's going to be the pitch.
Rocket! A rocket!
That's some closing speed.
Holy cow! Well, Casey Larkin saved a touchdown on the last play, and watch him on this one come from the secondary and just explode to get the tackle for the loss.
That was just a blur.
Absolutely. Left side of the screen, he reads it, and he actually beats Dabo Fofana, number 45. That was his man to block. Too quick for Dabo.
And a loss of 3. Second down and 13. Horvath lobs one near side. Guy was open but fell, and the pass was short anyway.
Class, that one kind of pulled the string. He had Chapman wide open on the play action pass. And how about the aggressiveness of these coordinators in this game? They are allowing, and they trust their quarterbacks. That's a wide open. That's going to be a 10-yard gain at least.
Yep. Now they find themselves in a 3rd and long situation. The one hopper incomplete. They've got to get all the way down to the 23-yard line for a first down. Throwback, wanted to. Now he's just got to get rid of it on the sideline, incomplete.
That was a great read by Blake Horvath that time. He looked back, it was going to be a throwback screen, but a black jersey crossed in front of him on the play. Not sure who it was, but watch him as he looks back. He sees that jersey, far left part of the screen, and he goes, can't go there, nowhere to go with the ball. I don't think they're in field goal range. This probably will be a punt.
And that'll mean Riley Reithman for the 2nd time today.
You know, after that long run by Horvath, 3 really stellar plays by this Army defense. Remember the first down stop, lost yardage, and then from there.
Reithman waits and waits and waits, kicks late and high and wobbly, and does it perfectly down to the 8-yard line. And Rayon Lane, who does a little bit of everything, gets down there, makes the catch. Tomorrow at 1 Eastern, head out to the Hardwood. 3rd-ranked Iowa State and Omaha square off on CBS Sports Network. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. Had a good basketball game preceding us today. Texas A&M with
it was okay. It was okay.
Well, they beat Purdue. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Isn't that good?
It was.
Come on, it's been a long year for Purdue.
Okay, I'll leave you alone. Never mind. First down, Army's got it back, trailing by a touchdown. Last time it took them 5 minutes to go 65 yards for the score. 2 for 2 on the passing department for Bryson Daly. Here it's Daly with the run. And about 5 as we check in with Jenny.
Well, guys, each one of these game balls has been personally inspected by Heisman Trophy winner and 2-time Super Bowl champ Roger Staubach. How did the former Navy QB check them out? Well, that's easy. Nice little game of toss, of course. After they passed inspection, they get a final stamp of approval. He used a Sharpie to mark each ball with the number 12. A nice little special touch for a special game, guys.
Definitely.
Nobody better. The Dodger.
Still got the arm. 2nd down and 5. And Daly will keep it. Barrels ahead. Is going to be at least 2 yards, maybe 3 shy of the first down. Landon Robinson's on the bottom of that pile.
If you're playing against a running quarterback that is reading you, you have to stay in your gaps. Stay disciplined. Stunt, move, whatever you have to do, you've got to give the offense a different look. You saw it right there, a stunt from that defensive line. The end crash, the tackle wrapped around. Give this Army offensive line different targets on every snap.
1 for 5 on the third down conversions today. But they've converted on their fourth downs. And they're going to convert a third down here.
You got power at quarterback. You're going to follow your power back, and you know you're going to take a hit, but if it pays off on a first down, that's why you're playing fullback quarterback.
We asked Bryson, how you feeling after taking all the hits you've taken this year? He said, remarkably, it's not that bad.
And remember, if this team, this Army team, will play more games than any team in history. They will play 14 games this year.
And this one will take us down to the 2-minute timeout.
Watch out.
Maybe. And
whoa.
Got the catch. Parker Pulaski.
I'll tell you, that was close. Pulaski, if he doesn't dive back to make this catch, this could have been picked off. Comes out, stops, and DeHart was like, that was coming right at me.
Boy, that's a heck of a catch.
Absolutely.
Down to the 2-minute timeout. Navy in front by a touchdown. There's our guys coming up on the Geico Halftime Report. Adam, Aaron, Rick, and BJ will share their insights on our first half and discuss any adjustments needed for the second half. Aaron Taylor, part of that Joe Moore Award situation. BJ giving him an elbow, giving the business.
We were talking, Aaron and
I. He pushed back harder.
He did. And I was going, Aaron, you know, for the last couple of days, every interview, I almost had to swallow my tongue because I knew they would won the award, and I almost blurted it out 3 times. And he goes, I've been dying all week.
Yeah, and the team didn't know until last night. Yep. Coach Monken did, but the team didn't, and neither did Mike Vitti, the offensive line coach, and they had a big time last night with that. Right now, they got to get that line moving and see if they can tie this game up before halftime. Second down at 6 for the Black Knights at the 22-yard line. Quarterback draw and spinning, but not getting much.
Yeah. Luke Pierce that time coming from that edge.
And
are they fighting for the football?
Navy says they have it.
Let's see if it's spun out. I saw Bryson Daly does this all the time. He spins and it's out. That's a fumble. Now, is it an immediate recovery? That's the next thing. Oh, I'll tell you, Brian Newberry just called timeout. He goes, I want a review.
So it'll be the second turnover if it's a fumble.
It is a fumble, but does Daly fall on it?
The ruling on the field is the runner was down prior to the fumble. That play is under further review.
Let's watch. This is the key shot. Is the ball loose? Does the whistle blow? No, he recovers it. Yes, he recovers it.
And Gene.
Yeah, ball's clearly out, Brad, but as you said, Daly does a great job recognizing it, comes right back and possesses it while he's down. I think this will be another pretty quick review, fellas.
You know, what's funny is the Navy fans see the beginning of the replay of the ball pop out.
They don't see that part.
They didn't watch the rest of it.
Yeah, he's trying to swipe it away at the end, but Daly had it. So the ruling on the field was that he was down before the fumble. That will be returned or turned around, but the fact that they got the ball won't be any difference.
Yeah, and then under the pile, everybody just pulls it away.
Yeah. There, they just showed the replay on the big screen at the end of the play. So
now the Army
fans are cheering now.
They were holding their breath. Again, they've not seen many turnovers from this team.
It'll be third down Army.
5 turnovers all year, and of course the pass interception in this game made it 6.
So third down and a long 4 coming up.
And remember, Army gets the ball to start the second half, and they still have all 3 timeouts. Big play here.
The umpire holding play up here. Navy looking like they want to bring a blitz off the corner, and now everybody's jumping.
I think it was Lucas Scott, 65. That time, did he move?
Justin Reed's the guy that popped.
No, it was a right guard, Generelli, 71. I think it's right here is what it happens. Watch the movement. Yep. With the stem. One of the things the Navy has talked about is because Bryson Daly has the microphone.
Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
In his
that
helmet.
Foul qualifies for a 10-second runoff. Navy has declined that runoff. The clock will start on the snap.
They're talking about they like to shift after the 15 seconds where it turns off in his helmet. So they do a late shift when the coach can no longer talk to him.
That cost him 5 yards, the first penalty of the game, by the way. Daly down the middle, could have been picked off again, incomplete. They're looking for a flag, they don't get one.
I think that was a smart play by Brian Newberry, not taking the 10-second runoff, because 3rd and long, he goes, we're going to get the ball back if we play good defense. One-on-one route to the outside is just a post route. Throws it hard, but a little high. And if it would have been perfect, I think Andrew Duhart would have got that one.
And so Army's going to have to punt. Something they don't do a lot of, as I mentioned earlier, but they have to today because they find themselves in 4th down and long situation or field position problems. So James Wagenseller to punt again. Taken at the 32 by Rayon Lane. And only got back to about the 35. Still good field position. Navy, 2 timeouts remaining and 1:25 to work. Coming up, Geico halftime report. The guys are getting their mics queued up to talk about this first half.
Yeah, Blake Horvath, he's matching up on the ground well with the great year from Bryson Daly. He's got 82 yards rushing. He did it on the first drive, ended up on this quarterback draw, getting it down to the half-yard line and then taking it over on the sneak. But he finished off this drive with a beautiful wheel route on the play-action pass. Only 2 for 5 throwing, but it seems like he's in his game.
Absolutely. He couldn't wait to get that one out of his hand because he knew he had the play, knew he had the receiver wide open. There's his numbers, and it doesn't tell you really as much as how much of the impact he's had on this offense. You can't just look at numbers with the way he's running the show. Looking for more down the middle, and he almost had it picked off.
They tried to go wheel route that time, and it was defended beautifully that time by Casey Larkin, number 20. Didn't have it. It's always dangerous to come back late over the middle of the field.
Fortner almost had another big play.
Again. Watch, they try to go wheel route down the sideline over here. It's covered, coming to the middle, and as you said, Ness, Fortner almost had another big play.
2nd down and 10. And quarterback keeper all the way, and it's going to get him a 1st down.
Yeah, I think the running back knew that this was a keeper call. It wasn't a read because, watch, Teska is going to go up there and block the middle linebacker. It's really a quarterback isolation play.
Yep. Got what they needed to move it out to the 45-yard line of the 1st down with a minute to go in the half. Horvath pulls up and waits too long. Down he goes at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that's one he would like to have back. Made a couple good decisions. Nobody open on the quick hitch. Goes to the left, nobody open on the left. But then you got to save the play. You don't want to lose yardage, and you don't want to eat a timeout. Nothing there, okay. Nothing there, okay. Get rid of it. He does it, and it costs him.
And it cost the sack. 7th of the year for number 18. Big play. .54 seconds remaining in the first half. Navy leads Army 14-7. And a long yardage situation coming up for Navy, courtesy of Elo Medozi's sack.
We talked to Brian Newberry about what is the length he feels comfortable with his field goal kicker. He didn't have a great answer.
No, he did. He paused for a long time.
But he said he could kick it far.
Just not what the direction.
In practice.
Never sure of the direction, though. Horvath fires quickly out to the 48-yard line.
That was really what they wanted on first down. They were trying to throw a quick hitch. Well defended by Army.
Nathan Kent with the catch. And they line up with the clock moving down 35 seconds. Horvath thrown out, in and out of the hands of Teska, incomplete.
Alex Teska, the running back, fullback, B-back, whatever you want to call him, is the third leading receiver for this Navy team with 11 catches coming into the game. He's got one big one in this game and one big drop. I don't think he'd have made it, though. I think
didn't look like he had a lot of help in front of him.
That didn't look like a screen ball. It passed. Looked like just a check down.
So Reithman comes in. And Terrell Robinson back deep for Army. Fair catch taken just inside the 10-yard line with 25 seconds to go. CBS Monday, grab your gear and head out with a new NCIS, followed by a new NCIS Origins. Monday night is, you guessed it, NCIS night on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Guantanamo Bay, no yawning in front.
They don't know. She doesn't know yet.
Okay, she's going to find out she's yawning.
And then it's going to go, oh, we're on. It's a little bit of a delay.
We're on.
Come on, come on.
Welcome to the game, everybody.
Yes,
there you go. That was a little delay from here to Cuba. And Army appears just going to take a knee and head to the locker room, trailing by a touchdown. And
I feel like Army survived this half.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. I know it's not what they planned, that's for sure.
Remember, they had a fourth down pass to keep it alive on that drive, and then the beautifully designed pass play on, I think, was first down, but it could have been worse for them in this first half.
Remember, they've only lost one game all year, and that was to Notre Dame. And this is the one they definitely do not want to lose. Neither team does. The Army will get the ball, as Gary said, to start the second half. So we'll see what that opening drive will look like. But as they head to the locker room, not used to being behind that often. And they are here in the most important game of the year, 14-7.
Well, I think the star of the first half was Blake Horvath, don't you think?
No doubt. Yep.
Maybe the Navy defense second, but I thought Blake Horvath was the star of the first half.
Brian Newberry's with Jenny down on the field.
Our Gary Danielson just said the star of that first half was your quarterback. What did you see out of his play?
Well, he's doing some really good things. We missed a couple of throws. We made some mistakes offensively. Really only slowed ourselves down on that side of the football. So we got to get some things straightened out. I think we're playing really well defensively. They're struggling running the football. They converted some fourth downs and got our eyes in the wrong place on the play action pass. Outside of that, we're playing well. We just got to make some corrections and play better in the second half.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
That's the end of the first half. Navy in front, 14-7, our halftime score. We'll get you Adam Zucker and company for the Geico halftime report coming up right after these messages. Back in the Army-Navy crossover, the traditional crossover. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, gentleman in the sport coat and top coat. Time for look now at our military appreciation moment presented by USAA. Let's send it down to Jenny.
The Joe Moore Award, the only award in college football given to a unit rather than a single player, honors the nation's best offensive line. The award was named after Joe Moore, the famous line coach who began at Pitt in 1977 and served in the Army himself. Last night, our own Aaron Taylor, co-founder of the Joe Moore Award, was on hand at the Army Team Hotel to surprise the Black Knights with the honor.
And the Army running game has been running behind that offensive line all season to record numbers Not so much in the first half today.
The Navy defense, they're experienced. Like we said, a lot of them played in this game last year. Story of the first half, Bryson Daly, 13 rushes for 29 yards. Horvath, 13 rushes for 90 yards.
And he's got one on the ground, one in the air. And what's Army got to do to get on track?
Well, I thought that pass got him going. That fourth down pass kind of opened it up. But I tell you, this Navy defense has seen it all. Those easy runs that Army's getting against inexperienced defenses, Navy's seen it all.
Well, Army's going to see the ball first, at least, to start the third quarter. Lance Gossett to kick, and here we go, second half. Running up to try to field this is Tyrell Robinson around the 11-yard line. And weaving his way out to the 30, almost busted free. Let's take a look at our game trends presented by the all-electric Cadillac Lyriq. Fifth game this season that Blake's rushed for one and thrown one. As Gary was talking about, only 29 yards from Bryson Daly today. And Deshaun Peel, fifth interception of the season, and that set up one of Navy's touchdowns. They only had to go 44 yards after he picked that pass off.
Well, the pressure's still on, though, this Navy defense. Play after play, where is that Army hammer coming from? What angle?
Let's try run straight up the middle, and Udo's got a big gain out, 12 yards and a first down.
It's funny, I was watching the game last night, and Udo started the second half last year with a big run in the second half. Same way, reading the block, and late block by Lucas Scott, the right tackle. Got the last block that really took it from a 5-yard gain to a first down gain.
And a first down at the 42-yard line. Udo over 1,000 yards on the season rushing as well, along with Daly's. He'll try it again. And a good result again. Got about 5. Let's check in with Jenny.
Well, Jeff Monken reminding his team that this season is only as good as this game goes. He said we need to stop Horvath from running. We're not blocking. We need to work on our interior defense and offense. Guys, he was as stoic as ever. They're looking to improve their interior run game in the second half as well.
Yeah, we talking to Jeff the other day, and we congratulated him on a great season, being 11-1. He said, yeah, it's been a good season. It's not going to be a great season unless we win this one.
Right.
And they go to Udo again, and he's going to be short of the first down. Pick up third down and short.
Oftentimes, Ness, we talk about these academy players as players that were overlooked by some of the big schools. Not Kanye Udo. He was recruited big time by West Virginia and Syracuse. Came here, one of the reasons, because his high school teammate Brady Small came. Both of them coming together, that's a good recruiting pitch.
Yep, he's running right behind Brady Small on those last 2 carries.
Brady played as a freshman in this game a year ago. Back, first team AAC, excuse me, offensive lineman at center.
Daly in the gun. Udo weaving his way is going to be short. Well, he broke free and still going to be short of the first down. Thought they had him down about 3 different times.
It's going to be 4th and short, but watch the center on this play right here. Brady Small, first team all AAC. Watch what he does on this one. Cleans it up, but the linebacker standing right in the hole, and then good pursuit to get it to be 4th and a yard and a half, maybe?
Yep, they've been good on 4th down today. See if they can get another one. A lot of shifting.
Yeah, left tackle, right tackle goes to left tackle. It's on balance left.
They're going to throw on this. Deep ball.
Oh, that's going to be interference.
There comes the flag.
Andrew Duhart that time. He grabbed him, got out of phase. How about that? 4th and a yard and a half.
That one shocked me.
And if you're Andrew Duhart playing corner in that tight formation, that means you got one of those guys right at the line of scrimmage. 15-yard penalty.
Defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's going to put it down inside the 5-yard line.
Might have saved a touchdown, though. If he does not grab on this play, that might have been, well, that's about as easy as you can get.
Yeah. His first penalty against Navy, and as Gary said, probably saved the touchdown.
Yeah, Noah Short did a good job that time, letting the official know that he got slowed down, given all the body action, so he got noticed on the play.
So the opening drive for Army here in the third quarter is taking them to the 34-yard line of the midshipmen, and they're doing it with the power of Kanye Udo.
So Jenny said that Jeff Monken was very stoic, very calm, very matter of fact. Do you think he was that way in the locker room, the way he explained to his team that we run the ball up the middle? I doubt it too. I think it might have been a different message behind closed doors.
We come in averaging 314 yards on the ground a game. That's tops in the country. Today it's been a struggle so far, but they're trying to make a statement here to start the third quarter. This one's Bryson all the way, about a yard shy of the first down.
No trickery on that one. Caught it and just kind of isolation, both the slot back, everybody right here. ISO, ISO, ISO. Here's the quarterback run right behind those three guys, and that great offensive line just powering forward. Good movement up front. I think the message was heard by that offensive line for Army that we need to be physical.
There's what I was just talking about. 314 a game on the season, 3 times over 400. Bryson Daly straight ahead, first down. Seven runs on this drive to open up the third quarter.
Again, the pass play, a key play. Got it as a penalty, but that 4th and a yard and a half pass play, again, needed for this drive to completely work.
And now Daly will be under center. I take it back. He backpedals into the gun. In the pistol set with Kanye Udo behind him. Quick pass to Udo. Oh, and a big hit. Nice job defensively by Mbidi Williams.
Yeah, Mbidi, remember he didn't have his eyes on his assignment on the touchdown play. This time he has his eyes exactly on his assignment this time. He's got the guy, take the guy, it makes the tackle.
The big hit on Jaden Reed, who caught the touchdown pass earlier.
And he had number 8 on that one too.
This time he brings him down and forces second down and 9.
Well, those linebackers and safeties are almost lined up the same depth.
Trying to slow down this run, and Bryson Daly, and they do. Landon Robinson's having a game again. Man, he's the strongest player on the team, they say, and I don't think there's even a close second.
Watch the late stem here. Watch him just a little bit of a shift towards the snap right here. That's the shift that gets him to pierce that line of scrimmage and make that play. Beautiful. Remember, they're going to try to late stem and shift after the microphone goes off in the quarterback's helmet.
96 wraps you up. You're not going much farther.
Nope, strongest man on the team. Strong, but he once ran down on kickoffs for this team.
That's right. Third down and 9. Daly, the fade. I thought he was out of bounds, short, and it's incomplete. I don't know why, but I thought he looked like he had run out of bounds, and that would have made a catch anyway.
I didn't see any hat go off on the play.
Yeah, he's out of bounds.
He was out of bounds big time. Ball hit the ground anyway. Good drive. Got to take points, or at least the chance for points. Ball hits the ground, not a catch. I don't think it would have counted anyway. I think he was out of bounds.
Trey Granado in to try a field goal of 39 yards. Kick on the way, and he got it. So there's a 3. Army on the board on their opening drive, third quarter. It tightens our game up. Navy 14, Army 10.
To win an Army-Navy game, it's indescribable.
Nothing matters other than beating Navy and finishing off the CIC.
When you put those two cultures against each other, it's really special.
It's one of the things that's instilled in us when we get here, right? Just, that rivalry, it's more of us than anything. Be able to represent something that is so important to this country, the most sacred thing that we can hold.
It's one of our biggest things here that we pride ourselves on. You carry that with you for the rest of your life.
Go Army, beat Navy.
A couple of the guys in that shout out, Bryson Daly and Kanye Uda, were a big part of the drive that went 47 yards in 11 plays, used almost 7 minutes. And Trey Granati, his 39-yard field goal matched his season long. He had a 39-yarder against UTSA earlier this season, but that's closed the gap to 14-10.
Yeah. I also give a salute. I thought the Army offensive line had their best drive of the game.
Yes. This one will be returned by Isaiah Bryant from the goal line. Bryant got a seam on the far sideline. Nice return. Big play. The Navy special teams, and there are no flags.
Well, he got the top speed pretty quick. Catches that at a dead stop, and then about 3 steps, he's full speed. And he hits the crease, runs right through an arm tackle. Good thing pursuit came from the blind side, or that could have sprung for another 20 yards.
42-yard kickoff return. That sets Navy up offensively in a good spot.
You know who's been quiet is Eli Heidenreich. No receptions in this game. Their playmaker has not produced any big plays in this game.
That one carry, but that's it. Horvath got to the 45, got popped there.
The Army defense, in contrast to the way Navy's playing, Army's playing very quiet. 4-man line, not a lot of blitzing. Have not been able to have them to handle the quarterback, but they sure know where number 22 is all the time. They think he's the playmaker, and so far they've got a stop on number 22.
He's to the bottom of your screen right there. On second down at 7. This time,
nice play.
Heska stopped after a short gain by Fortner.
Guess who? Comes from the left side that time. Right here. Watch him go across. Track it, track it, track it. Avoid the blocks. Keep going laterally. Keep inside out on that running back. And trust that you can run it down.
MVP of last year's game, Caleb Fortner.
Not even close last year.
A lot of tackles and a fumble return that was for a touchdown. Third down at 4. Straight drop. Throw is wide open, complete to the guy Gary's been calling for. Heidenreich down the sideline. This will be a touchdown. Eli Heidenreich for the score. Quiet no more.
Donovan Platt one-on-one against Heidenreich. Goes out, just a quick out for the first down. Good catch, poor tackle. And Heidenreich gets the touch. Celebration in the end zone. I saw a flag late. I don't think he was taunting with that spike. I hope they did not call taunting. I think they should pick it up if they thought so.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, Navy, number 22. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. That is number 22's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul towards ejection.
Gene, I do not like that. I thought the Army player walked into the spike. What's your opinion?
Yeah, when 18, I think it was Mendoza, gets near him, I think his body's away from him. He's not looking at him.
It's a terrible call.
Doesn't feel like he's doing anything directed at his opponent.
Got warriors out there, and they make a call like that. Stay out of the game.
Extra point is up and good. Navy again goes out in front. 21-10. 58-yard drive. It only took 3 plays. A 52-yard touchdown to this guy.
Just trying to get a first down. Poor leverage. Comes up. Whiffs on the tackle. Not going to catch him. Best athlete on Navy's team.
Heidenreich's 4th receiving touchdown of the year as he flies into the end zone.
Chevrolet is proud to be the official vehicle of America's game.
Earlier today, Chevy and more than 65,000 fans came together to recognize the incredible work Wreaths Across America is doing to honor our military. As a proud sponsor, Chevrolet was happy to donate $50,000. Chevy and their dealers are proud to be part of a tradition that remembers, honors, and teaches about what sacrifice means, donating over 120,000 wreaths over the last 10 years. Please join us by scanning the QR code on your screen or go to ChevyCares.com.
Back in Landover, Maryland at Northwest Stadium. Take you back and look at the penalty that shouldn't have been.
Yeah, unfortunate. Eli Mendoza right here just kind of walks into the spike on the play. The official, out of the corner of his eye, sees a black jersey right there, and I think overreacts. You can see the flag comes out. He sees the black jersey next to the spike. That's where I think the rest of the guys on the team needed to help that call on that play.
And as it is, it'll back the kickoff up to the 20-yard line.
And remember our open. Ness had the yardstick. Every yard matters. There's 15 and a warning. One more against their unsportsmanlike against Heidenreich. He's out of the game.
Right. And this should give Army excellent field position on the kick return.
First time in 5 years that a team has put 21 points on the board in this football game.
They'll have a play from the 27-yard line. Miles Stewart out to the 42.
Let's just also remember how this drive started.
And now we got a little chippiness going on after the play.
And now let's say something good about the officials. They did not call a flag there. Chippiness did not deserve one there, because they could have called it with the roughing and shoving at the end of the play.
New CBS Tuesday. It's the FBI's fall finales. Tuesday is FBI finale night on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore with you on the 125th meeting between Army and Navy. There's Heidenreich on the sideline, and 6 touchdown receptions now. Puts him with some good company.
Sure does. He was just too quiet, wasn't he?
Yep, you called it. Now it's Bryson Daly's turn. And Kanye Udo falls forward for 4. Rayon laying in on the tackle from the secondary. And it seemed like the first quarter lasted a long time in this game, and the third quarter is flying by. Down to 6 minutes in the third. Daly and Udo have a little conversation after they broke the huddle. Noah Short on the end around. Well played. Great job by Kyle Jacobs.
Sure was. He was in that Will Harbor spot. He was the linebacker a year ago along with Ramos. Watch the job he does here, and also the point of attack on the block to feed it on the edge that time. You hold the edge and allow the linebacker make the field. That's good defense. Edge man makes the block, turns him in. There's your linebacker making the play.
And here's where the Navy defense wants to not give up a cheap throw and catch for 5 or 6 yards.
Absolutely. It's not 3rd and 8, it's 3rd and 5. Because if you give up 5, they're going for it.
Exactly. They'll keep it on the ground straight ahead. And they didn't give up anything.
No, they didn't. Well, this will be, I'll tell you, Jeff Monken makes a lot of tough decisions with the game the way it's going right here. He might be waving them back and saying, we're going to go for it.
Going to be 4th down at 6 at the 45-yard line. Navy swarming to the ball.
Boy, this is a brave call. Maybe he's going to try to draw him off sides. That's all I can think of, because this will be a brave one.
If they could get 5, then it's a much easier 4th down conversion. But if they're going for it and Navy doesn't jump off sides, the play clock now is a factor. And
not only that, they're going to burn a timeout on the play.
Now they have to punt.
Well, not really.
Well,
I mean, if you're going to use a timeout.
Well, if they got the timeout.
Well, I think they did.
I thought the clock had.
I thought Bryson Daly turned around and signaled timeout. Watch Daly turn around with the play clock.
Prior to the foul, timeout. Army, that is their first. It'll be a full timeout.
So we'll take a full timeout with them. 4:12 to go, 3rd quarter, 21-10. College football on CBS. The Army-Navy game presented by USAA is sponsored by Invesco QQQ, Modelo, Prime, and by USAA, proud presenter of the Army-Navy game. So the timeout and a 4th down coming up. Navy's defensive line showing up today.
And what they're doing is there's no stationary targets. Watch how they shift and slant. Nobody's standing up and taking on any blocks. Late movement, and then they attack the line of scrimmage all game. This has worked for this Navy front.
Justin Reed and Landon Robinson and Griffin Willis.
And those 2 linebackers hitting from the walking up. I don't know if this is desperate by Jeff Monken or that he's looking at his defense and going, I don't know if you can stop these guys enough. We got to keep the ball.
Well, they're going to go for it. Now they're 2 for 2 on 4th down, and they got another one on the pass interference penalty. So I guess you could say they're 3 for 3, but this is a big one at the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. They need to get to the 49 of Navy. Bryson Daly to throw. The slant. It's incomplete. It's broken up.
Got a call.
Flags come in.
Got a right hand turning the receiver.
Deshaun Peel, who had the interception earlier.
It's a good call, too. This is the one where you just don't want to give them a 1st down. Make them complete the pass. Deshaun Peel gets his arm on him and turns, and watch right here. Oh, yeah, real easy.
Yep.
As Ness told you, that's their 2nd pass interference for a 1st down.
On 4th. Yep.
Big discussion going here whether it was a catchable ball, but you have to assume that receiver would have kept running through it, if you ask me.
You know, fellas, there might be 2 flags on the play, too. I think we've got 2 flags on the play here.
You're right, Gene.
Late target,
There are
good
2
eye,
fouls on
Gene.
the play, both by the defense. Pass interference, defense. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. That play is under further review for possible targeting.
Gene, you think it's targeting? Was his face up? Was it high enough?
Well, we're going to get a great look here, Gary. Look, he's defenseless right now, and when you have that, it is now, is that forcible contact initiated to the head neck area? You can see the defensive player's head is up, but he does initiate contact with the face mask of Daly as he's closing in. That'll be the determining factor. Doesn't feel like it's one of those real big headshots there that he's trying to square up. He's really, really late. So roughing, definitely a call that they'll stay with naturally whenever they go through this.
Roughing the passer in college football, that's not really late. In the NFL, you get about a half step. In college football, I've seen him take 3 steps.
I think he might have got 3, Garrett. Good 2.5 here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kenneth McShane is going to be the guilty party. And his day might be done.
Again, though, P.J. Volker aggressive on that 4th down call. He brought 6 on the play.
Discussion is over. Kevin Randall with the call.
Kenneth McShane has started the last 3 at that spot out there. That'd be a tough loss for the Navy defense.
After review, there is no foul for targeting. The personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 0 will be enforced 15 yards from the previous spot with an automatic first down.
So McShane gets to stay in the game. Army still gets a first down at the 40-yard line.
It was an aggressive call, and they needed help because I don't know if that slant would have been completed had the pass interference not been called on the play.
So 2 for 2 on the passes and penalties on 4th down, and 2 for 2 they earned. So every 4th down's been successful in some form or other so far for Army. There's the stunting again on the defensive front. Daly wants to throw again, and will throw short to Hayden Reed.
Look at those guys go for that ball. In warm-ups, they were practicing punching the ball out, and they do it on every play. Hayden Reed, yeah, now watch everybody come in, and yes, you see it right there. Pierce going for the ball. That's a new attack on those fumbles produced by these teams.
2nd down at 5 coming up. Daly pulls it, keeps it himself, drives forward for about 4. It'll be 3rd and short.
I'll tell you one thing you're pretty sure of here with a 21-13 game, if it's anywhere close to 4th and 4.
Oh, they're going.
Yeah, so as you're calling defenses, you're going, guys, we need a tackle for loss, or they're just going to keep pounding on us.
Down to 3 minutes in the 3rd. Ryan Newberry hoping his midshipman could get a stop here. Daly all the way. Oh, what a collision. Bounces off for the first down. Oh.
Watch his head. I know he's not defenseless, but that was offensive right there.
I'm glad his neck's as big as it is.
Absolutely.
Man.
Look at that flashback he took right on the shoulder pads.
And he got the first down.
And then he's got to throw. He's got to play fullback, and then he has to throw, too. And Ramos delivered it.
At the 28 of Navy. Udo got about 3. Not only got hit, and then he got this. Stay down.
Yeah, you're not pushing that neck into the ground.
Not really.
Right.
They didn't gain much.
You got to be stronger than that. Been doing neck bridges since I've been 8 years old. My dad was the high school football coach. He had me doing neck bridges when I was 4.
We've been talking about how he's built all week long. 2nd down and 7. Quarterback draw. Got that ball in his left hand, the one that injured his ring finger earlier in the game, and it's bleeding again on the top half of his hand.
Grew up in Texas, you know, loved Texas football. You know how high school football is so big and rough and tough. Said he was never really offered by anyone in Texas to play quarterback, wanted to come here and try quarterback. And I said, what if somebody would have offered you like Texas Tech or SMU? He said, I'm kind of glad they didn't. I might have taken it.
Worked out pretty well here.
Exactly.
Third down and 3. Udo blasts his way through. First down. The clock keeps moving. Might be the last play of this quarter as Army's on the move.
Against Air Force and Tulane, Udo rushed for 158 yards. He is their go-to back.
They worked it to the 15-yard line of Navy.
A year ago, he rushed it 13 times for 88 yards. He's closing in on that type of game with 53 right now.
Here's a pitch to short, and only about a yard. Ball came out at the end. I think he was down.
Linesman's calling him down. That's the rocket pitch sweep that they run so effectively. Let's see the end of it if he's down. Yeah, I think the back of his helmet and shoulders were down on the play when the ball came out.
That is the end of the third quarter. Navy trying to pull an upset. 21-10 at the end of 3. America's Game presented by USAA. We head to the fourth quarter. Jenny Dell with Coach Monken just moments ago.
Coach, you got 15 minutes left. How do you get back into this game?
Well, we got to score here, that's for sure. It'd be hard to win if we don't score right here on this drive because there's going to be limited possessions. We got to tackle on defense. That long play over there, we just missed the tackle. The kid made a great play. So obviously got to stop him on defense. Hope we can get it back one more time, put another scoring drive together.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
So here they go. Coming down, 2nd down and 9 to open up the fourth quarter. As Jeff said, we got to get this and we got to get it back. Let's see how quickly they do put more points up or if they can. 11th play of the drive. Bryson Daly wants to throw. Does to the end zone. Go! Just overshot Casey Reynolds. He was a wide open.
They thought Casey Reynolds was going to run a crossing route, but he actually doubles back and he is wide open. Watch him. He goes like he's going to go to the right, and then he flares back and he's open by 20 yards.
Just over his outstretched hands. And boy, Bryson Daly, if he would have just let it rip instead of aiming it, I think maybe he had a touchdown.
Yeah, he knew it. He had it. I got it. Oh, my God.
3rd down and 9. And we got a timeout.
That was by Army.
And that means they're down to 1. So close, yet so far away.
Adam Zucker with his Jeep update. The FCS playoffs are going on. 24 teams make it. They're in the quarterfinals. South Dakota here. Aiden Bauman to Carter Bell for a Coyotes touchdown to make it 28-14 over UC Davis. Winner faces the undefeated top seed Montana State as we go back to Army-Navy.
Thanks, Zuck.
2 receivers to this side. Remember, there's a corner and a safety, but the 3rd receiver comes over, and that's what confuses Navy. You chase over, but no one follows him. There's only 2 DBs to that side of the field. When he comes across, there's a 3rd. The safety to that side of the field should have slid across. Miscommunication should have cost them a touchdown.
So now they got a 3rd and 9 coming up, and they're down to 1 timeout. As Coach Monken told Jenny, we got to score here. We got to stop them. We got to get it back.
Now remember, they're down 11. When he says we got to score, a field goal makes it a 1-possession game. Don't want a field goal here. I get that.
Yeah.
But if you know incomplete pass here, if it's more than 3rd or 5 yards, I think they should kick the field goal if they don't get it. Unless it's close and they feel confident. Who knows what that means for Jeff Monken.
12th play of the drive. That we know at the 14-yard line.
I mean, there's 15 minutes left. I'd take the 3 if I don't have it very close.
Short the motion man. Daly
Throws to the end zone again, into traffic. Almost picked off. McShann got a hand out at the back of the end zone.
Yeah, no decision here. Field goal team will go out. Good coverage by this Navy secondary. They had 14 interceptions coming into the game. Have one into it right now. They're playing pass. Still bring 4 players. Play zone behind it this time and nowhere to fit that one in. Good coverage.
Trey Granati had a field goal earlier at 39. Was lined up from 31 yards away for this one. And it's perfect.
So Army has moved the ball in this half, but Navy's held them to 2 field goals.
Exactly. As Gary said, 1 possession game. Don't want to go anywhere, folks. Still 14:44 to play. Teska with a convoy in front.
Horvath will keep it. Jumps towards the end zone. Touchdown, Navy. Bryson fakes the run, then pops the pass. Hayden Reed at the 10, and he takes it in for the touchdown.
Throw is wide open, complete to the guy Gary's been calling for. Heidenreich down the sideline. This will be a touchdown. And so look at our IHG Hotels and Resorts game recap. Exciting 125th edition of Army-Navy. What's at stake, you say? Well, that baby. Commander-in-Chief trophy goes to the winner of this one. And the pride that goes with it for a lifetime.
Absolutely. And finish it off against. They both beat Air Force. Winner of this game gets it. Hey, 3 years ago, it was Diego Fagu. Remember Fagu?
Yeah.
With the fake punt. Gets it. You know, I wasn't even supposed to. 2 years ago, overtime. Last year, inches.
3-inch line, whatever.
1 possession today.
Here we go. 4th quarter. Let's play ball.
Absolutely. Love it. Just love it.
Navy only had 1 possession in the 3rd quarter, but they scored that touchdown to Heidenreich that you just saw. Isaiah Bryant had a nice kick return last time. He's waiting back at the goal line for the kickoff. And he's going to get another shot and a running start at the 10-yard line. This time only got to the 25. That's where Navy will go to work. Next Saturday, noon Eastern on CBS. Inside College Basketball presented by Progressive Insurance. Tips off a full day of hoops, beginning with number 25, Mississippi State, meeting Memphis. Then at 3, it's the annual CBS Sports Classic. North Carolina taking on UCLA, and Kentucky and Ohio State. Jenny and I will join Bill Raftery there. The road to the Final Four in full swing next Saturday and streaming on Paramount Plus. Speaking of Jenny, let's check in with Jenny.
Well, we had some breaking news before the game. Army was scheduled to play Marshall on December 28th in the Independence Bowl. However, the Thundering Herd have opted out of the game. A few days ago, their head coach left the program to take over at Southern Miss. That led to over 25 players entering the transfer portal. So they officially have a replacement, guys. Louisiana Tech will take over for Marshall.
Oh, good. Well, at least they're going to get a bowl game, and that's good news. Bad news, good news, I guess. The portal is has now become an entire team leaving.
Hey, I just hold on and watch. You know, I mean, I can't explain it all anymore. I can't explain this. When you gain 7 yards on first down, you're in good shape.
It's an Army defense now that's got to come to the forefront here.
You can have all the strategy you want. If you can't stop the run, you're not going to win this football game. And this Navy team continues to produce plays running the ball.
Horvath running the show. He's been the star of the offense for the midshipmen. Here he is on the carry. And knocked out of bounds, but
I'll tell you,
got the first down.
He is deceptively fast.
He is
really an effective quarterback for this offense. They say a little more misdirection, a little more false pulls, but on this one, this is just a quarterback sweep. And you can see it. He outruns the pursuit inside out on that one. Eden Thomas, number 51, can't catch up.
And our folks at Guantanamo Bay still with us to the end.
better timing by them this time.
Much better timing. 17 carries for Blake right now for 118 yards, including a first down to the 42 on the last carry. Teska goes for 3, maybe 4. Blake Horvath, Bryson Daly, look at the numbers.
Yeah, you're going to say all the talk was about Bryson Daly, leading rushing for a quarterback. But if you're 4th, that's not a bad spot.
Not a bad spot at all.
All the quarterbacks that run the ball nowadays, they're all over college football.
Remember, Blake Horvath didn't play in the regular season finale. Some ribs and a back issue. And today, man, he's pulling out all the stops, and he has played beautifully. 2nd down and 8. Heidenreich. Jack Latour brought him down. Third down and 7. Let's see if Army's defense can do their job. If they can hold them to no gain or a negative play, maybe we'll have a punt. They'll get the ball back. That's what that guy is hoping for. 3rd down and 7.
Let's see what the Army defense will do. Looks like they're going to be bringing them from the slot. Nope.
Now they back away.
Yep. Playing it safe.
Quarterback draw.
That's a long
And they got a nice stop there.
That's a long way to go.
Andon Thomas on the tackle.
Nate Woody says Andon Thomas, who replaced their star Leo Lowen, their linebacker. They say he quick triggers, or he is on this side, excuse me. He quick triggers as good as anybody he coaches. Comes in, saw it fast, and he just hit it head on.
And they get the stop they need to force a punt.
There you go. You're allowed to flex when you do that.
Reithman to punt. And Terrell Robinson waiting back on the other end. And it's a fake, and it's wide open. First down, and the ball came out at the end, but Navy's got it. Talk about a gutsy call.
Was that Landon Robinson? The nose tackle, that
the guy that can run 20 miles an hour?
I think that's the guy that's got it, number 96. And look at him. The nose tackle.
Wow. Ball came out at the end, but it's covered by Navy.
Couldn't tell who it was, but he ran like a little nose tackle. Holy cow, what a play. Jeff Monken went for it on 4th down. Brian Newberry says, I think we should go for it. Does it from a different look.
30 yards for number 96, and he's doing it in a hurry.
We talked about the fake punt 3 years ago that won the game. That one was by mistake. This one was called. Brian Newberry was here for that game. He's been here 6 years. He was the defensive coordinator. How about all those wiggles at the end of it right there? He's going to juke out the DB at the end of that one.
It was Ramos that covered the loose ball at the end of the 30-yard run by Landon. And now they're back in business on offense, or I should say they're staying in business at the 24-yard line.
Now remember, Navy does not have a lot of confidence in their field goal kicker. Whoa, might not need it.
Horvath on the run all the way to the 5-yard line.
Here's the example of the millennium of running the wing T from the shotgun and building it in to this Navy triple option. People pulling one way, quarterback going the other way. That's the misdirection that Drew Cronic has brought to this offense, and it worked like a charm.
Even the fake pitch to Chapman, who had his hands up like he was going to get the pitch.
And we saw Ben Purvis, he was pulling right, quarterback going left. That is the eye candy that the linebackers could not find and eat.
Alex Teska behind Horvath, who's going to run a quarterback draw, weaving down to the 1-yard line. 2nd down and goal at the 1.
Well, we've seen him down here before, haven't we?
Yep. He went airborne the last time on a sneak, but at about the 1-foot line.
It's too far to sneak here, I think.
And Trying to get them to jump. Now they're going to change things up a little bit.
The other thing they do by going hurry up, it doesn't allow Army to put their goal line defense on the field.
He'll try it anyway.
I don't think so.
Still driving, but it's going to be stopped at the 1 foot line. And as we said, when you look at a pile like that, you know there's 11 hats on the ball for both teams.
Yeah.
One pushing and one stopping.
There's a thing in television called the all-22 camera, usually to get those wide spread looks. And all-22 camera in Army Navy is right there.
In that pile. Well, we got a Navy defender down, Navy offensive lineman, I think, down. Can't see the number. Might be Connor McMahon.
Yeah, it
I
is,
think.
68.
Yep. Check on Connor when we come back with a 3rd and goal coming up. College football on CBS. The Army-Navy game presented by USAA is sponsored by the U.S. Army, Taco Bell, Mountain Dew, and by USAA, proud presenter of the Army-Navy game. Playing for the CIC Commander-in-Chief's trophy. There it is. A winner takes it home, and that's Connor McMahon, who's down in the end zone.
Yeah, watch how he looks like he tweaks his back. He's right here in the picture, kind of blocking on the play, but then watch as it finishes, his right arm kind of reaches back and grabs his back. Ah. All right, what are we doing here?
Well, it's 3rd and goal at the inside the 1.
Got an 8-point lead. Are you telling your team, we got 2 tries and we're going for it? If we don't, they got to go 99. They got to score, and they got to get a 2-point play, and then they just tie us. I'm going for it on 2 plays.
Abba Fofana is the fullback behind Blake Horvath. 3rd and goal. Horvath airborne for the 2nd time tonight, and the 2nd time he's in. Touchdown. Two on the ground and 1 through the air, and a salute to the fans in the end zone.
He did. He did not reach the ball out, but he fell across the line, no doubt. 75 yards in 10 plays. Beautifully called drive, executed. Horvath was brilliant on the drive.
And remember, there was a brilliant move as well because it worked. A fake punt by Landon Robinson going 29 yards.
Good point.
On 4th and 5.
Good point. Good call by the offensive coordinator, and a better call by Brian Newberry.
Kirkwood's extra point is good.
And they're going to get a penalty on the kicker on the play. Against the kicker on the play.
Here's a call.
Running into the kicker, defense, that penalty is declined. The try was good.
So the end of a 10-play drive, 75 yards, almost 6 minutes off the clock. A gutsy call on a fake punt. Horvath with his 2nd 1-yard touchdown. And he's going to talk to you right now.
I'm Blake Horvath. I play quarterback, and I'm playing for the Brotherhood. Go Navy, beat Army.
What a scene. Well, they're believing right now because Army's job just got a lot tougher. It's 28-13.
Navy has put a touchdown up in each quarter of this football game.
Army 2 drives this half, 2 field goals. And we're over the 40-point mark for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
This is one fired up midshipman group as well. They should be, but still
time.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, remember after the fumble strip sack for the touchdown, it was 17-3, and Navy almost came back and won that game last year.
Fair catch, and then piling on, but it'll be Army's ball. Now, we talked about this, Gary. This is one of your favorites. Flashback and accidental fake punt.
Yeah, he called out a blocking assignment, and they snapped it to him. This one was called. Great block that time by his defensive line partner. Landon Robinson gets the benefit of Justin Reed's block on the play.
We were kidding around with Landon Robinson this week, and Gary mentioned earlier, used to be on the kickoff team, and he said, I always wanted to be on the kickoff team. The coach said, if you run fast enough, I'll put you on the kickoff team. He said, how fast do I have to run? 20 miles an hour. He finally got up to 20 miles an hour. He said, Coach, I got up to 20 yesterday working out. He says, all right, you're on the kickoff team. He showed some of that speed there for a 285-pound guy. Here's the throw by Bryson Daly. And pick up of 9 on to Cam Sure.
Yeah, one more look here. This is the key block right here on the edge, okay, from Justin Reed. And in the big nose tackle, how about that? You got your nose tackle and your defensive tackle running the offensive play. Almost a fumble on the play, but a big one. We're going to see wide open football now by this Army offense.
And their time is of utter importance as Bryson Daly gets a first down. So we're going to be down to 8 minutes on the next snap. And now the center judge is going to halt play here for a second. I'm not sure why, but first down from the 35. Daly, the pitch to the corner and the edge. Great defense. Short's going to be dropped for a loss.
Andrew Duhart numbered that time. The corner makes the play, and then it's cleaned up inside. This Navy defense has defended the edges all football game. This time the run goes outside. Duhart defeats the block, and then the Navy defense comes in and makes the play.
We've got an Army player down. I think it's Brady Small, isn't it?
It is.
He's the middleman on that Joe Moore award-winning offensive line, the center.
Did not see it. Kind of went out of the picture there. I wonder if one of the linemen from the back of him fell on his leg.
Brady Small walking off under his own power, but I don't know if he'll return or not.
See if 53 slides over Katsianis to play center as the backup center.
You called it. There he is. Second down at 13 from the 32. Reaching the midway point of the fourth quarter. Daly in trouble. Got away. Crow across his body. Almost intercepted.
I think it was.
Oh, maybe he held on.
No, it bounced off. Did it hit the ground or not?
McShann's the guy that's got it. And on top of it, I thought Daly was across the line of scrimmage, but now we got flags flying everywhere after the play.
The only thing to look at is to see if the ball originally hit the ground. It did not, and I think it's caught in midair by McShann on the play.
Wow. I thought Bryson Daly was across the line of scrimmage.
I don't think it's going to make any difference.
Well, I
if it's
guess
an interception. No, I think 1 foot might have been behind, just enough.
At any rate, the tip. Talk about tip drill. You usually don't practice it quite that way.
I mean, Duhart had a nice series right here. He had the first down play to stop for on the option play, comes and defends it, doesn't make the interception, but the pursuit pops right into the hands of the Navy linebacker.
So we're waiting on the flag.
This Navy
into the play.
Navy team had 14 interceptions coming
Ruling
into
on
the
field
game.
is an interception by Navy. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, intercepting team, number 18. 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. It'll be first down Navy.
Ray Lane, I guess.
Ray Lane.
So the interception is good by McShann, who almost had one on the last Army drive before they kicked the field goal in the back of the end zone. This one on a ricochet. He picks it off. And now Navy's got it back with a big lead and 7:24 to go.
Oh, see, someone tripped right into the, no, he's on the top of it. Kind of just shoves the Navy player, get out of my face, and that's what causes it.
There's the penalty.
Yeah, I mean, cleaned him off pretty cleanly. That's a 15-yarder right there.
That's 15, Rayon.
He's the communicator, the talker, the leader. He had a huge play in last year's game, tipping the ball away late in the game to save the game.
2 interceptions today for Bryson Daly. Something that he hadn't really done all year. And Al Horvath, his counterpart, who's outshining him right now. Don't forget, before we're done, it's the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Right now, they'd be leaning in the direction of the midshipman.
Watch how these linebackers get fooled with all the action. They think it's a jet sweep. They start to run sideways. They go up and they try to stop, but it's too late. That's the misdirection that has been added to this offense and is working so well tonight. That's that Rhett Lashley, Gus Malzahn offense that they run.
Horvath keeps it again. Another first down. A lot more. Blake Horvath, open field. All the way down near the 10-yard line. And the star of the show is continuing to shine.
Watch the beautiful ball handling on this play. He fakes, and then he fakes the pitch on top of it. Watch the ball handling by the quarterback, Blake Horvath. This is beautiful. Fake it, fake the left, look to the left to widen out that defense, and then turn on the Jets. Is he at 200?
That was 48 right there.
24 for 199.
Wow.
Watch it. Fake, look to the outside, and quickly the subtlety and the beauty. And inside, Alex Teska gets blocked to finish off the end of the play.
And there was an injured player on the end of the play. I think it's the guy that made the tackle down at the 12-yard line. Justin Weaver was the guy shaken up. He made the tackle on Horvath, or he would have been in the end zone.
Look at the beautiful, we called it ball handle, but watch this Navy offensive line. Block down, block down, block down, and then come around and seal. Watch this line, pin it completely, create a wall, roll it in, misdirection, everybody doing their job. You're either blocking, misdirecting, or you're carrying the ball in this offense.
This guy is carrying the load today. Wow. What a... Navy's got 14 first downs. He's got 9 of them rushing. And he's up to 199 and 2 touchdowns on 24 carries.
Yeah, smartly using the whole clock right here. No hurry. They're going to get it all the way down to 5-6 seconds.
Oh, the Navy offensive line. We talk so much about Army's offensive line. Navy's offensive line. Wow, what a game.
Everybody gets sick and tired of hearing about the other guys' counterparts.
Here's Heidenreich on an end around, heading towards the end zone. Touchdown, Navy. There's a flag down. Maybe it's coming back with a hole. Let's see.
Hoke Smith had his arms up and going, are you kidding me? That wasn't holding.
Offense, number 24. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Brandon Chapman's going to be the guilty party.
Yeah, you can see him wrap it up here. That's what got him around the corner. Chapman has to reach out and control the edge this time. Turns him in, but then just that left hand turns him on the play. Really didn't do it. Heidenreich was past him.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he had to do that. Heidenreich was motoring to that edge.
Yeah, no way of knowing. Well, you never want to hold, but no way of knowing that he's past you in that play.
So that backs it up to the 22-yard line instead of the end zone. Teske. Only about a yard that time.
First-year offensive coordinator, past head coach at Mercer. Other stops along the way. Had his team 9-4 last year. Got talked into coming here. Just tweaked the offense, just enough to bring a little different look to this offense, and boy, it looks good tonight.
Played back in the day at Georgia with Kirby Smart and Mike Bobo and that group.
I loved when he said on our phone call, I know me, and I know I'll find some explosive plays in this offense.
He sure has. 5 minutes. Clock winding down. Horvath, the late pitch. Teske found a little bit of an opening. And he gets it down to the 15-yard line. Jenny.
Well, offensive coordinator Drew Cronick, he has one motto. It's raise the bar. He said he wants his players to set goals and execute them at the highest level and then raise the bar even higher. It's a battle cry that he created a decade ago. Guys, Blake Horvath, he said that coach is incredible at just simplifying the game so the entire offense can just play fast and free without fear or failure, allowing them to continually raise the bar. And that's what we're seeing tonight.
Boy, they have raised that baby today, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, and you got to give it to Brian Newberry. He has raised the bar with the selection of this offensive coordinator. I don't know how long he'll hold on to him, but he's got him.
And we got a man down again. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Casey Larkin from the secondary, the guy that was down on the field.
Yeah, he stops and doesn't quite able to control his body right there. Twisted something, didn't he?
Yep. Back or a hip. He's limping on the sideline right now. Still to come, Adam, Aaron, Rick, and BJ. We'll put a bow on this one, talk about the Heisman, and look ahead to college football playoff. That's all coming up. The U.S. Army postgame show. I should let Zook know that in the Division II playoff semifinals today, Valdosta State over Minnesota State. And I lost a big bet to my daughter, who is a grad at Valdosta State.
That's right.
They're #1 in the country, and I guess they showed my team.
And that's
today.
your old team.
That's right.
Was Mankato State when you went there?
That's right. So
I had a teammate that played at Mankato State early in my career.
Adam Thielen, one of the best players to ever come out of Minnesota State. So we've got a timeout here with 4:32. Heisman Trophy tonight in New York. There's the 4 finalists.
Hard to argue with any of them.
Nope, that's for sure.
Great years.
And as we said, Bryson Daly here for Army finished 6th in the voting. Tyler Warren, who we kind of thought maybe had a chance to be in there, was in the top 10. And this guy has had a tougher day than most of the games this season. 2 interceptions that were big.
Yeah, I mean, when you just told me, we were driving here and I told you that they were going to hold Daly to 51 yards rushing, we wouldn't even had to come.
No, we wouldn't. There's no way. Army just took their final timeout. And Navy with a 2-score lead and looking for more after that long run by Horvath. He's going to do it again.
That's the same play. He went 40 yards on him right there exactly.
DiDomenico in on the stop at the end of that 4-yard run.
Little action. He fakes the fake, looks out like he's going to pitch, and then he follows his right guard on the play. Watch this. And then he follows. Well, he didn't stay with it. Thought he should have stayed inside that time with Daibo Fofana, and he might have got a little bit more yardage.
So Nathan Kirkwood in for a field goal attempt on 4th and 8.
Army came close last time. They need to make something crazy happen.
This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt.
They're going to take a timeout, let this thing run down at every second.
There's the whistle. So that's the first Navy timeout of the half.
Go over your assignments. Listen, nobody block out. Everybody has to slide to your inside step. Make sure that if there's somebody blocks it, it's an outside guy around the edge. Nobody creases our wing block.
Now we saw a great play by the Navy quarterback. Started back with Roger Staubach.
Yep.
And it came through Ricky Dobbs. Keenan Reynolds, unbelievable season for him. Will Worth, Malcolm Perry we saw be brilliant in this game. And today, joining that group is this guy. 204 yards rushing. 2 touchdown throws and 2 on the ground of 1 yard. And now try to tack more on to make it 31-13 is Kirkwood. And he's got it. The lead goes to 31-13. Navy's starting to celebrate. We'll be back in 30 seconds. .345 left in this one, and Navy in control, 31-13. One win against a ranked opponent this season. And the last season with 2 ranked wins, 1958. They're about to have another one.
Taking pictures on the sideline, nothing better.
That means your day's been good.
Absolutely.
And that guy's day has been great.
There's taking pictures on the sideline, and there's victory formation. Two of things you can do.
And then they're singing.
Yes, well, in this game, that's true.
Bobbled, but taken at the 20-yard line. Miles Stewart. About the 34.
And we talked about what a great game Blake Horvath had, offenses, but I think also a story is this Navy rush defense. 3 years ago, they were number 2 in the nation, 89 yards a game, just second to Georgia. 2 years ago, they slipped to 33rd. This year, they're 85th coming into this game. That rush defense has produced in this football game.
That's for sure. So Army running out of time. They're out of timeouts. First down at the 34. Daly's throw is intercepted. And the icing on the Navy cake right there. And it's Luke Pierce.
Luke Pierce beat the receiver to the spot on this one. It's like he knew the play. Watch him anticipate the out route and just beat him to the spot. Yep, makes the catch. Pierce got his opportunity last year about halfway through the season. Played so well, never gave the spot back. Plays that boundary type outside linebacker, and Daly's like, oh man, what a day.
There have been a lot of better days, but today not a good one. And Navy, their 3rd interception. They turned 1 interception into a touchdown. They turned 1 into a field goal. And right now, they just like to get 3 minutes and 35 seconds off the clock because they're going to win it. A happy Navy defense. Fofana trying to cut back, and he'll go down for a loss.
Did 2 or 3 interviews with Navy beat writers or whatever they are nowadays, and they said, well, how is Navy going to win this game? I mean, we watched them play Tulane. We lost, and they kind of just killed them. How can we match up? And I go, I don't know. It's Army-Navy. That's all I can tell you.
And Army pounded Tulane, too, in the AAC title game, which made me think, well, This might go Army's way, but definitely not. Navy had different ideas.
Jet sweep.
Heidenreich on the sweep.
Again, look at the smooth ball handling, the amount of work. You know, it used to be all the work was done on the mesh and reading the triple option. I don't think we've seen one triple option in this game. Newfangled offense. There's the jet sweep from under the center. I mean, you see a lot of college football running these plays, but with Navy, just a bit of a different route with how much they're willing to run their quarterback.
Heidenreich wisely got down. Could have maybe gotten a few more yards, but stayed in bounds.
They're going to have to snap it before the 2-minute timeout.
3rd down and 5. Heidenreich straight up the middle. He's got the 1st down. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. And the Navy offensive linemen all pointing 1st down.
Game's over. Take a knee and they're out of here.
Final moments are coming up. The Army-Navy game, the 125th edition, and the joy and the sorrow of Navy and Army. And you're taking pictures on the sideline, you know it's been a good day. And not so good for the guys from West Point, but a great season for them nonetheless.
Well, they think about this game 364 days a year. They finish every interview, almost every workout by beat Army or beat Navy, and it culminates in this football game. We are privileged to do it year after year.
And the coaches will tell you as years to come, and the players will tell you, they don't ask you what you majored in. They don't ask you what your GPA is. They go, what was your record against Army and Navy?
The only time I remember when the streak got to like 12, 13 games, Roger Staubach came to the booth and he goes, you know, I kind of wish they would. No,
never mind.
He almost got there. Doesn't feel no, I'm not saying. Can't say it. Just can't say it.
And here's the victory formation. Horvat takes a knee. And it's just about all over but the shouting and the singing. And what a big win for Coach Newberry.
Yeah, just remember this Navy football team has had 4 consecutive losing seasons, the longest since 2019 to 2002, and a lot of pressure that they didn't make it 5 and tie that streak.
Army had come in having won 6 of the last 8, and now coach gets doused. He doesn't mind, even though it's probably down to about 30 degrees right now. The only thing this is going to do is Blake Horvat's not going to have a 200-yard game anymore, I don't think, if he takes another knee. He might have just backed up. What's he got, Garrett?
He shouldn't do that.
He had 2 over.
Somebody better tell him.
Go forward.
What are you doing?
Hey, they'll still remember it. This will go down in history as one of the best performances by a Navy quarterback, that's for sure. Big rushing day, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 touchdown passes, and big smiles for number 11.
If you could call down and say, put the backup in for the last knee. I don't think he cares about it.
That'll be the last one. And here comes a joyous group of midshipmen to midfield. Two really good coaches.
Like I said, there's no hate in this game. It's respect. They want to win because they respect their opponents so much. Even the Gatorade feels good in this game.
As my wife always says, neither team should lose. Now they're both winners. Something to flip over. And the winning coach is with Jenny Dell.
Coach, an Army-Navy victory. The Commander-in-Chief trophy is now secured. Your first time as a head coach. Does it get any better than this?
It doesn't. I'll tell you what, we still got a football team in Annapolis, you know, and so happy for these players. I don't think a lot of people gave us a chance, and just shows the character of our players, man. So happy for these guys, especially these seniors, all they've been through, just the toughness and the grit, and they played lights out today. I couldn't be more proud.
Blake had quite the game out there. How did he use his emotions and his skills as a weapon?
Well, he just played his game. He's been doing it all year. You know, he's been a little banged up, but he was a stud today, and O-line played really well, and it's a great team effort. They played complimentary football, and I couldn't be more happy about the way we did it today.
Congratulations,
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
In just his second year for Brian Newberry, his biggest win so far. And a tough day for Bryson Daly, but a great season nonetheless. And now, time for the singing of the alma mater. As Army goes first. And now they head to the other side. And the jubilation on the Navy side. And as much as you strive to always be number one, in this case, number two is better, because you sing second as a victor. Sure beats the heck out of trying to plant a flag out on the field, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's too much respect for these guys. The only flag they're worried about planting is the United States of America flag anywhere they end up.
Good call. Blake Horvath, the star of the games with Jenny.
All right, Blake, playing in this game comes with immense pride and pressure. What emotions are you feeling right now?
I mean, very emotional, honestly, just to gone through everything we've gone through the past few years, and you know, to play against a great Army team like this, and to come out the CIC for our seniors, for the school, for everybody, it's awesome.
Hey, what do you guys think of Blake over here? Hey, Blake, there's a ton men and women watching this right now, what is your message to them?
I mean, we did it for you guys. You know, we just want to give pride to all you guys and make you feel proud. I'm going to come down real quick. But just to do it for them and for the Marine Corps, the Navy, for everybody out there, it's just awesome.
Congratulations on the victory.
So much. Thank you.
I love Blake! Well, he had some big plays in this game, that's for sure. And we had some big plays in the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Here's Joe Miller on the call.
They're down at 4, ball at the 48-yard line. They'll put Chapman in motion. Horvath coming back near side. He's got Heidenreich open at the 41. A missed tackle. 35-30. Eli Heidenreich 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! Eli Heidenreich, 52 yards. How about that answer? Stands at his own 10-yard line. It's a fake to Landon Robinson. And Robinson has running room to the 40, to the 35. Landon Robinson at the 30.
Big play after big play, big moments. Piled on big moments. Better than that one right
Absolutely. It started right away with that opening drive, that cool first drive that they put the touchdown on, and then that Navy defense answered all the calls in the second half. But those two plays were the game.
Navy goes to 9-3. Army falls to 11-2. But more importantly for Navy, the Commander-in-Chief trophy is theirs. That's going to wrap it up for Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore, our entire CBS crew. Brad Nessler saying so long. Final score, Navy 31, Army 13. Tonight on CBS starts with a holiday special, Nugget is Dead, a Christmas story, followed by a new edition of 48 Hours. We'll send you back to Adam Zucker and company for the U.S. Army postgame show right after these messages. Congratulations to the midshipmen of Navy, the winners of the Commander-in-Chief Trophy 2024.